Another.
As an actor, this is an actor's piece. And an actor where a piece where the dialogue is the star, you just you dream to get a piece like this. Happening for what happened in 2020. Madness.
I'm just going to go ahead and create something over here. Coming up on Another Act, I sit down with Oscar award-winning actor Regina King, and we discuss her directorial feature film debut, One Night in Miami, and she tells me why she wanted to become a director in the first place. Regina, so great to see you today, as always. How are you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
I can't complain too much. What was it about One Night in Miami that made this the perfect first feature for you to direct?
I'm not saying it doesn't exist, but I've never seen it. Our men be represented on screen the way I see them in my real life, the way I see my son, my uncle, my friends, my father, if he was still here, represented. Is complex, is that their vulnerability is what makes them strong. To see that they are human, that they are men first without the titles was just amazing to me, the way Kemp humanized them. And as an actor, this is an actor's piece. And an actor where a piece where the dialogue is the star, you dream to get a piece like this. So to this land in front of me as a director, and I can't play any of these roles, but I can direct this piece. It was a dream.
Yes, Cassius Marcellus Clay is the new heavyweight champion of the world, boy.
Yes, he is.
And I don't even have a scratch on my face. Oh, my goodness. Cash.
What's on, Cash?
What? Cash, what? Why am I so pretty?
I've talked to all of your leading men in this movie, and hands down, they're amazing. They're amazing. They're fantastic. I've seen the movie several times. I'm blown away every time I watch it. And hands down, the thing that they all have said about this film and about this process is that when they were in the audition phase of this, the thing that made them want to desperately be part of this film was you. And they hands down said, once I heard Regina King was on board, I had to be a part of this. I had to get my audition tape to her. I had to stop what I was doing. What does that mean for you to hear that?
I think, I think as an actor, it means the world, because, along the way, I've learned about what to do from other directors, as well as I've learned what not to do from other directors. And I know what it feels like as an actor when you feel like your vulnerability is being taken advantage of, when you or not respected. If something is not good, people within the industry may say, oh, it's the writing or the cinematography, and not land that on the actors. But the general audience, if something is trash, it's trash because of the actors. You know what I mean? We even if it wasn't, bad performances. So I really take that and receive that and receive it with grace. And I think one of my strong suits as a director is truly getting to know your actors quickly so that you can understand their style of communication. Because how I communicate with Kingsley to get a certain intention is different than how I do with Eli or Alvis or Leslie. And I hope they felt that, that in a moment, it's me and them. And that's what I want to provide for, the actors that I work with as a director.
Yeah. I would imagine that you would have been, as a director, putting the finishing touches on this film in the aftermath of George Floyd, in the aftermath of this kind of activation that we saw happen in 2020. What was that like for you as a director, doing a piece of work that really was supposed to talk about what was happening to prevent the headlines that we've been seeing as of late?
Well, I mean, upon reading the script, it was very, that those conversations were conversations that were happening before what happened in 2020. For us, these conversations have been happening to so long to a point of exhaustion, and we're still here having to have them. And we can't, while we are emotionally spent. For me, I guess when, let's call it the uprising, powder keg moment that happened in 2020, it just mirrors the ones that were happening in 63 and 64, the little girls being bombed in Alabama.
Yeah.
It was happening then. So we're having it now. It's the recurring theme that is just maddening. So I hope that people will watch the film and understand how young those four men were.
Yeah.
And had no idea what the fate was going to be within that year for two of them, or within a 12-month time span. So I hope people watch that and recognize how human they were, that they did have fears, but look what they did. Look how they motivate. Look how Malcolm, I don't really know a Black person that read the autobiography of Malcolm X that were not like, and it still continues to impact each generation of Black young men and women. And I hope that people, it's like a call to action. That people don't leave our film sad, but leave the film feeling recharged.
I can point to so many scenes that just gripped me emotionally. What was one scene that just gutted you, as if you were a viewer while you were shooting it?
Kingsley's performance is so beautiful. We follow him and we feel that feeling of like you're becoming unhinged.
Yeah.
He goes there and then he brings it back. And then there's this beautiful moment between Jim and Malcolm. So it's that whole run from, I guess I'll say, Blowing in the Wind on to when Jim and Malcolm are sitting at the table. And that's just such a powerful moment. And that dialogue is powerful. I mean, in that moment, it's one scene, but we touch on everything from the state of Black people's lives or the disregard for Black bodies to colorism to how white people can get into our minds, all within like a 15-minute run. And it's quite powerful.
Quite powerful. The whole film, I have to say, is quite powerful. Regina King, thank you so much for chatting with me today. It's always such a treat talking with you.
Thank you.